Careful of the man with no ambition.
Hey people, welcome and welcome back to my channel. Please don't forget to subscribe. So in our today's video, we are talking about a man with no ambition. Not a man in transaction, not a man finding his path, but a man who is just stagnant. No drive, no goals, no plans. And listen, it's not always about money or career. Ambition is about vision, purpose, or desire to improve yourself, to grow. When a man lacks ambition, everything around him eventually starts to feel heavy. His relationships, his environment, even his own worthy. So kindly watch the following videos I've put together and I'll be back to leave my own comment. Please stick around.
Careful of the man with no ambition. There was a time in my life that I was talking to a guy who had no plan. He had no 5-year plan, 2-year plan, 3-year plan. And when we would have conversations, I would ask him, what are your aspirations? What are your life plans? Every time I asked, it would cause arguments. And I used to think, why is he so mad at me? And then I realized it's not the fact that I'm asking these questions, it's the fact that he didn't have answers to them. It triggered him. And back then, because I so desperately wanted him to feel whole, I started to neglect myself to make it happen. I invested so much time, money, and energy into him. I started to neglect myself so that he didn't feel emasculated. And for obvious reasons, things did not last between us. And the one thing I learned was always be with somebody who has a plan. They may not have it together now, but make sure that they're doing everything in their power to get it together. Because if that's not happening, you are going to start mothering him, you are going to start babying him, you are going to start excusing and enabling his behaviors, and then you're going to start feeling mentally and emotionally drained. Never stop being less of who you are because somebody else is going to be intimidated by that. And never feel bad for it either. Take it from me. I was the fool, so you don't have to be.
Having an ambitious partner will slow you down in so many ways. As a matter of fact, when you are living with an ambitious partner, you will notice that the roles in that relationship will immediately change. You are no longer a partner. You almost become a parent to the unambitious partner, which then suggests that if you choose to stay in that relationship, maybe you also enjoy the role of being a fixer and a problem solver for other people. Because the moment you notice that this person is not ambitious, that this person is not goal-driven in some way, and you believe that you are very ambitious and goal-driven, it's your responsibility to then set boundaries, to protect the vision that you have, to protect your personal goals, to protect what is important to you. And sometimes that might mean leaving that relationship. Or maybe just communicating the expectations you have before you leave so that you can give the other person the opportunity to redeem themselves. And if they fail to do that, then honestly, at the end of the day, it's your responsibility to choose where you belong. You cannot continue to blame other people for not being as ambitious as you are, and yet you continue to give them access to you. At some point, you might need to ask yourself the question, but why do I keep giving this person access to me, to my time, and to everything that matters to me? With everything that I know about this person, why is it that I still find it easy to let them into my most important and precious and significant space? Because at the end of the day, it's easier for us to look at other people and think we know them, and yet we are not taking the time to ask ourselves the question, with all that I know about these people, how come they still have so much access to me? If I truly believe in my goals, my dreams, and in the person that I am, what am I doing to protect the things that matter to me? And so what I'm saying to you is, an ambitious partner is going to slow you down. They are going to sabotage you in some way, because now you have to spend a lot of time parenting an adult, male or female, that is in your life. It almost feels like you are living with a man or a woman child. And if you don't think that that is your responsibility, then the responsibility that you have is to remove yourself from that relationship. And failure to do so suggests that maybe there is something about the lack of ambition that is in the other person that also gives you a purpose by way of you taking care of them, being a caregiver, being a problem solver and a fixer. So before you complain so much about what the other person is not doing, look into what you are doing to allow them access to you, even after you have known enough to decide whether or not you should stay or leave.
What do you do if you're with a good man who is not ambitious? This is a good question. Listen, there's some guys out there who are just 9 to 5, work for the city, state job. They just go along and they, hang out on the weekends. They got Saturdays and Sundays off, and then they're back to work on Monday. And that's their life, and they're cool with that. Everybody's not trying to be a baller billionaire. You, on the other hand, might be a power move person, like you're a power move woman, and you want your man to be aspirational and to go for the gold and try and get a raise and try and get this and that. But if it's not what he wants, it's not going to work. The best thing you can do is find out what he's passionate about. What did he want to be when he was a little kid? Tap into that. Or you could just leave the man alone. Stop trying to change him. He is who he is. Hit follow for more.
Well, kindly share your thoughts or your experience in the comment section below. Being a man with no ambition can be frustrating. You can't build a future with someone who isn't building themselves. It's like being on a moving train whilst he's sitting at the station, refusing to buy a ticket. He talks big dreams but makes no moves. He gets defensive when challenged, comfortable in his comfort zone, and blames the world for everything he hasn't tried to fix. Ambition is attractive. It shows discipline, responsibilities, and a vision. A man without ambition doesn't just hate himself, he becomes a burden. Not because he doesn't have material things, but because he refuses to try. And deep down, even if he knows he's underperforming, if you are dealing with a man like this, stop hoping he will magically change. He has to want more for himself. No amount of nagging, support, or love can fix a man who decides to settle for nothing. At some point, ambition isn't just a choice, it's a mindset. And if he doesn't have it now, ask yourself, how long are you willing to wait? Because life doesn't wait, and you shouldn't either. So, make a choice right now, my girl. Don't forget to leave your comment in the comment section below. Thank you so much for being part of this conversation. See you in the next video and stay safe.